Hey everybody, this is James Rattlesnake Defense. Today I want to talk to you about a really interesting and cool crossbow that I found. You know I like weird stuff, anything out of the ordinary. This little sideways thing that we're going to straighten out definitely qualifies. Plus I have an announcement to make, so stay tuned, enjoy your rock intro. So this is the Barnett Demun Storm. You can buy one of these for about $350 what they retail for. It is flat, it goes in the gun case. You straighten it out, tighten it down, and then it comes in the box with a lot of stuff I'm going to show you in a second. And I apologize for this, I had an intro shot but it was a little out of focus, so we're going to do this again. This is already put together. We'll start over shortly. You'll understand. So hang out. You're going to watch me put this together, learn about it. This is, again, Barnett Demun. They say 290 feet per second. At the end of the video, we're going to put it through a chrono and test that. We're going to shoot some groups, try some distances, go over the different options. It comes with lots of stuff. But I want to tell you something that I missed in the original video, and that is, if you hold it here and hold it right here, I've seen a lot of stuff online about it being super hard to cock, and it's really not if you play with it a little bit. And it's fairly powerful, a lot more powerful than I thought it was going to be. It shoots a lot further than I thought it was going to be. But the main thing that blows my mind is that this thing has the speed of a regular crossbow, but it is deathly quiet. So at the end of the month, if everything goes well, check out my Patreon. I'm doing a giveaway tier at $5 a month, and I'm going to give this crossbow away and whatever's left of it after I get done playing with it. So check that out. There'll be a link in the description, and let's get on with the rest of the review. All right, so I got our crossbow. The box, this is everything that comes with it. I thought it was an interesting kit. We got a handful of our Hyperbolt C10s is what this says. These are small. I did see in the instructions there's some larger bolts you can get if you want to. It does come with some polymer broadheads. I'll get you a close-up of these. Very interesting looking. Some small game field points. For here it would be squirrels and whatnot. A very interesting sling. This attaches to the back. It pulls out so you can kind of hang this over your shoulder and then retracts back in. So that's different. And then we have a buttstock extension. So I guess that's going to give you more leverage to work the action. So maybe you wouldn't struggle as much as I did there at first. Because I think the idea is you could grab it here and press it here and cock it. So I'm going to go add this stuff on so we can check it out, and then we'll shoot a little bit more. Stand by. All right, so we have all our accessories attached. This little sling, while, I mean, not optimal, is a very interesting design. You just, it's got a lock here. You just pull it out, lock it in place, throw it over your shoulder. We have the stock extension on. It replaced everything with thumb screws. The good news is everything was in the box to do this. It's just hex heads. It come with a tool. I didn't need anything, with the exception of the sling had needed a different size tool. Barnett, if you're listening, just use the same screw for everything. It's so much easier. Bolts. We have a little broadhead, field tip, and small game tip. What's interesting is these tips just screw on the end of an already pointed doohickey here. So even a naked crossbow bolt in a pinch could still stab. Set those aside. We'll start with the field tip. and see if this made this thing easier to cock or not. So, release is right there. There's one. Simple enough. Look at that. Much more better. Much more better. White fletching down. In case you didn't know, crossbow thing, also do not put your thumb between the string and where it's going, because I've met plenty of people at the store that come in missing part of a thumb for various reasons. There's an airplane up here, that's weird. He's out of range, I reckon. Let's try the field point. Safety off. Darn near close to where it was last time. Let's do a broadhead. Release. 1, 2. I think that might be getting easier. No limb cracking or any goofy sounds of any kind. I got to give Barnett one thing. For what I thought was kind of a little bit of a toy, they seemed like they took this thing actually seriously and gave you the stuff accordingly. Safety off. Squirrel tip, or whatever you call it where you're at. Here in West Virginia, that's a squirrel tip, maybe a groundhog. We don't have the amount of varmints some other places do. Well, I mean, we have the amount, just not the diversity. Very interesting. I'm going to aim top left. Safety off. Whack! So, it's reasonably accurate. Of course, I'm not shooting it very far. I'll look and see what the speed is on this. I actually don't know. I bought it just because I thought it was cool. Just weird. I like weird stuff. This is definitely out there. It's a lot more comfortable with this on it. It's a lot easier to operate. I'll stretch it out a little bit. So the broadhead held up better than I figured it would. But we got it out there it's about 25. Easy, portable, and quiet. So that's my fault. I overestimated how much drop there'd be. Huh. You know, it's a little off at this distance, but still high. So I didn't bring my rangefinder with me. So I didn't bring my rangefinder with me, so I don't know the exact range. This is in the neighborhood of 50 yards. I didn't anticipate actually having this problem. I didn't think this thing would shoot this good. Let's see. So I keep moving it out. That's where it hit last time. This is where it hit here. Really consistent. All right. We have been playing around with it for a minute. I keep pushing the target back and it keeps hitting the target. Those targets out there that the bear eat are 50 yards away from that tree over there where I usually shoot handguns. So I know the shot's just at or a little over 50 yards. I don't know if this thing has the kind of speed it takes to make it over there, but we're going to try. It hit the target. It's not a bullseye, but for something this size, no more power than it's got. Now I can tell you that no deeper than that was pressed in, you're probably pushing your luck at this range. I mean, I don't know, maybe under the right conditions. But it's starting to lose a speed really, really fast. You could tell just by the sound it's making on the target. If I'd have thought I'd have brought a chronograph, I didn't actually think that this thing would do this well. So, well, there's that. So 234, that's with the field tip on. This is without the field tip. So where does that leave us? Well, for something I thought was kind of a high-end toy, this thing is surprising with the stuff it comes with and the features. They put a lot of thought into it, you could tell. They give you everything you need to go with it, so they take it seriously, so it's not something they just barely look into. And now I don't know if this was supposed to be like a Christmas thing for this year or what, but the thumb screws, you could take off the extension. You can operate it well. Sorry I've cocked it about 50 times and I'm old. You could operate it silently, relatively quickly. It does shoot small bolts. They don't have a lot of mass. They're not going very fast. These cost about 350 bucks. But it's not a firearm. It doesn't fall under firearm rules. It's got a little bit of range, not a lot. But you can do that. When you're done, loosen it up, turn it around, and put it in a case. Fit under your bed, under the seat, whatever. I mean, the one big drawback is in this state, and I can't vouch for every state, but in West Virginia, that's not nearly enough bolt or speed to hunt with, at least not big game. I don't think you'd want to do that anyway, but for small game or your apocalypse scenario or just something to play with in the backyard or even in your garage, this is really neat and a lot better quality than I thought. So let me know what you think. And for those of you still watching, remember, I will be giving this away. Minus one bolt, I think I've yeeted off into the nether regions. But I'll ship this straight to your house, so let me know. Thanks for watching.